Hello and welcome to the Open Book channel. My name is Ollie Ander, your designated open book. I know that it's been a very long time, and I'm sorry if the quality of this video is a little bit off. The avatar is a little janky, the voice is a little echoey. There's a lot in the works right now, but I really just wanted to come back onto YouTube finally in some way because I said I would, but also because the longer that it goes on, the less likely I am to ever feel like the video that I'm making is important enough to make. Like, I keep just hyping it up into needing to be something bigger and bigger. So today, in this video, I instead wanted to start with something a little simpler, not a writer's craft talk. Instead, it's a story time about someone that tried to scam me as a writer. Not for my writing, but through my identity as a writer, which was, I thought, really strange. So I'd like to talk about it, and I'll explain what I mean by that if that doesn't make any sense in a little bit. So, not too long ago, I made a video about being wary of which publications that you should send your writing to. I'd run across some really suspicious, vaguely worded open calls with poorly specified terms for once your work was accepted. There are obviously vanity presses out there that I consider to be a scam, but those instances were just public submission calls. You'd have to reach out to them and offer your work. Kind of scam yourself, really. What I've never heard of before, and what happened to me, is a scam phone call that I received saying that I'd won a writing prize. I got the call in the middle of the afternoon. I didn't recognize the number, so I picked it up. I don't get scam calls all that often, like, you know, legitimate scam calls. And the few places that do have my number are people that I want to pick up for, like appointments or family, so I didn't really think anything of it. I picked up and said, hello, and was greeted by nothing. There was some loud, unidentifiable white noise going on, so I said, hello, again. By that point, I assumed that it was just a pocket dial. I'd been sitting there for a good 10 seconds with no reply. Then, just as I said my, okay, bye then, somebody responded. This is paraphrasing because I didn't record the exchange, but it went about as smoothly as this.
Hello?
Yes, hello. This is redacted because I use my real name.
Hello, you have won a prize, I'm okay?
They were kind of shout-yelling over the environmental noise, and a voice who seemed to be on another call nearby commented on them getting a response from me. Okay.
Yes, you have won a writing prize for $400,000. Do you understand, okay?
What writing prize?
For $400,000 for Gibberdish.
And I swear this was indiscernible, the name they actually said, or at least I didn't recognize it, because my audio recognition is garbage. And then, of course, they ended on,
Okay.
The additional noise had escalated, so I quickly blurted, I don't think I submitted to that one, thanks, sorry, and hung up on them. Probably about the most Canadian way to handle a scam caller. If this was real somehow, I'd be severely bummed about it now, but there are a lot of things that, tipped me off. A professional organization that was actively calling to inform me of something wouldn't have handled the call like they didn't expect me to pick up. A professional call wouldn't have been so indiscernible. I was really off-put by them ending all their sentences with okay, as a question, like trying to artificially get me to positively affirm them. It should have been a red flag that I opened the call with my real name and none of my pen names, which I do not submit under, so you'd think they would have wanted to confirm that they were calling the right person. The fact that they even said prize instead of grant based on the size amount, another huge red flag, and obviously the actual size of the amount. Not only have I never submitted a work to anything that big, anytime, ever, even government-funded bursaries for Canadian writers that are like, at max 10 grand. I find it funny that scammers shoot themselves in the foot by choosing an exaggerated number in hopes of drawing people in. It's especially hilarious that they framed it as a boon for writing. It's not like I won the lottery or anything. They think that writers actually just get that much money for a short story. which is what it would have been because I've never submitted a manuscript. If they'd said, like, oh, you won 3 grand, I might have kept listening. That money is nothing to sniff at, but it's also not going to buy me a house out of nowhere from a profession that canonically pays pennies to the dime of effort. I'm not a very bold person. I freeze during conversations at the best of times, and a totally unexpected scam call from a dream bursary for my writing wasn't quite what I was prepared for. But I wish that I had a good enough brain to have pursued the conversation further, found out more. Like I said earlier, not many people have my phone number. It was kind of concerning not only that they did, but that it wasn't a cold call. They knew that I was a writer somehow. I wish that I'd asked what pseudonym they knew me under, if any at all, and if they knew my full real legal name. That would have been even more concerning, because only submissions which I found legitimate and gave my information to in terms of getting paid would know that. I would be so sad if something like this was real and I, like, ghosted the Canadian or Horror Writers Association, but the fact that I never got any other correspondence from them should be enough to confirm to me, in my overthinking brain, that it was a scam. You don't have a hundreds of thousands of dollar winner reach out to them once and then just shrug and move on to the next runner-up without trying their email or to at them on very present and findable social media. Shameless plug. Go follow me on Threads. I just made one. Anyway, yeah, unlike my last video, I don't really have as much discernible evidence to go along with it, like screenshots of the scam call itself. I can't point you to what a scammy submission looks like. I can only poorly tell you about this call that I got. That was obviously a scam, but was weirdly also tied to me being a writer, so it's left me kind of uneasy, and I thought I should share it. Please let me know in the comments if anything like this has ever happened to you, or if you think that I got prank called by someone in my personal life that knows I'm a writer, which I also doubt. Anyway, thanks for watching. Sorry I've been so absent on the channel. Things will get back up and running smoothly in the fall, but I'll supply what little bits I can until then. Thank you for sticking around, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.